So I think when you came to my house, Jim, I think we got you geared up in the right attire so you wouldn't be freezing out there. And then we went out and figured out what sleds we were going to take. And you ended up riding and touring with me so you could get some video and take some pictures while we were out there. And we met up with a couple friends. We left my place in Kieler, met up with a few friends down by Lewisburg, and from there rode towards Cuba City. And when we got over towards Kirkwood Road, met up with Ryan Ingersoll and his two boys, and finished our way to Cuba City. But in there we had a little glitch too. We came upon a bridge that we had just refurbished, and was given a little bit of an issue with people with their skis crossing it. So we made a quick minor repair to try to alleviate that. It was a bumpy ride over there, though. We had gotten plenty of snow, but it was blowing around quite a bit. So
I almost fell off once.
So not the greatest ride for you to be out there the first time, but it is much smoother than that normal. But we have not been out on the trails in 2 years. We put trails in and taken them out, and not been able to use them.
That's not the last 2 years, just 2 years in the past, or?
Correct. The 2 prior years we did not ride here.
Okay.
Yep. So this was, everybody was kind of rearing and ready to go, and wound up to get out and ride. So bumpy or not, we went out. As long as the ground is frozen, we weren't doing any damage to the farmers' fields. We kind of have the trails open. So
we met a couple of old-timer snowmobilers over in at Hindus.
Correct. Went to Hindus for lunch, and Carl and Dick Timmerman, who are members of the Kieler Snowmobile Club and have been very active members for the last 30 years at least, we're in there having lunch. And they kind of knew that we were going to be out and about, so that was nice to run into them. They're great guys, and you know, I can tell you about what I like about snowmobiling and what we did, but the history of the club and going out and talking to the landowners and getting permission and all the early things that the pioneers of our club did, they're much more familiar with.
Yeah.
And so it was good to run into them, and hopefully you got some information from them. On the way back, our trip seemed to be quite a bit quicker. I think we knew the trail a little bit better. It changes a little bit each year with each club depending on where we can cross farmers' ground. And I think we got quite a bit more snow, and there was some more traffic out there, kind of flattened things out. So we made a fairly quick return back to Kieler. Went back out to our farm where some of our other friends had met us and brought their 10, 11, and 12-year-old kids. So we try to keep a nice amount of snowmobiles out there, from the youth 120s up to some freestyle 300s, and then up to the 5 and 600s. So we can bring kids of all ages out there and get them involved in the snowmobiling. And that's part of it for me. Is what is a real joy, is seeing those young kids come off and just smiling ear to ear and just loving what they're doing. And then a couple of years later, we got their parents buying them snowmobiles. So so yeah, a good day.